Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you got Cletus Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show. Cletus Cassidy Show. Already know Mr. Funny Man. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show.
Good morning, everybody. Super late edition, but we here though. I'm late. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm late. Still ain't home. Just late. Just was running around. I had some stuff I had to do first thing in the morning. So I was knocking that out. It threw me off schedule. I forgot that I needed to take care of something. It's just a lot. Today, Monday is Monday. Monday is Monday, but I'm maintaining the positivity. I know Mondays can Monday sometimes. Monday will get you. It'll jump up on your back like a spider monkey. But you got to still show it who's the boss, and that's what I did. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another edition of See You in the Morning. My horrible idea to get up early in the morning, put too much of my personal business out there in the street. The showtime is difficult because I can't really project either way. It's kind of halfway too early, halfway too late. Sometimes I need to do stuff, but the show, it's just a weird time. But I try to be convenient to y'all. That's what I care about. But anyway, we here. We're gonna do this show. We're here, not queer and having no fear. And that's how it's happening. If you ever watch this show, man, if this is your first time hearing this, you're about to experience something so cold. If you've been here before and found it not robbery, come back again, I appreciate it, man. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me, man. I appreciate it. Not a lot about this show is normal or really necessary. I think this is really an unnecessary show, but nothing about this show is normal or makes any kind of sense. But however, I do it anyway. The only thing that I do on this show that happens every show, whether I'm driving 80 miles an hour or not, is that I go ahead and shout out the people that shout out me. The people that say hello to me, I say hello back. And the first three people get the mythical morning medals, the M&Ms. And so let me go ahead and get those out to the few people it seems like everybody should get one today because I started late, so ain't nobody watching. But it's all right. So the M&Ms, I'm getting to get those out. So let me get those out. The bronze medal this morning goes to PP, Patricia Pippen, with the bronze. The silver this morning goes to Wilberta. Hey, Wilberta Carter. And the gold this morning goes to Shannon Jamil. I like when people just go by that first and middle name. It gives a aura. It gives a sexy aura. When Janet Jackson went with Demita Joe, you were like, ooh, it's sexy. Janet Jackson is one thing, but Demita Joe, ooh. So that first middle name, y'all can do it. It don't sound the same when guys do it, but when ladies do it, it gives off an aura of sexy. It gives a come and get it. It gives whips and chains is what it does. So Shannon Jamil, good morning. Wilberta, good morning. And Patricia, bronze medal winner, good morning. Coming in fourth, almost getting the medal, Franita with the aluminum fourth. That goes to Franita. I was at a stoplight, so I was able to really look. Good morning, Lisa, followed by the Lisa. So there's Lisa, then there's the Lisa, two different people. Lakeisha, never in English. She never just comes in and says good morning in English. She always got to come with some kind of weird language. But it's the spice of the show. She's what keeps the sodium on this show high. It keeps the blood pressure of the show high. We really like it. You are our hypertension. She, if y'all don't know, she made a man take her to France, and he got right under the Eiffel Tower and propose, and she was like, nah, which was really difficult because, you know, they were already in France. He thought he had her. She was like, nah, I can't do it. So that's Lakeisha. Good morning, Natasha Lemel. Natasha Lemel is French for the male. And Cynthia Mankins, but she ain't upset. Her name might be Mankins, but she's not upset. Good morning, Cynthia. Welcome to YouTube. It's Monday. It's the day after Father's Day. Always a good day, man. Yesterday was Father's Day. Weekend recap. Got to do a lot. We are caught up right now in this Juneteenth flow. Nobody knows what to do for Juneteenth. Black people, we didn't think that holiday all the way through. We didn't think that holiday through all the way. It's a weird holiday because it's really not an everybody holiday. Juneteenth, if I could be technical, if we could be kind of real about this thing, Juneteenth is really just a Texas holiday. If we want to be honest, good morning, Keisha. Juneteenth is only a Texas holiday. I know it hurts the soul to say it, but the reality is Juneteenth is not an everybody holiday. Juneteenth is really just a Texas holiday. Juneteenth is when the news of freedom hit Texas. They didn't have text messaging back then. You didn't have slave text. You didn't have Insta Slave. You didn't have slave book. So there was no Insta Slave. There was no slave book. So you couldn't just put on social media, yo, we free, y'all. That would have really, we probably would have had January teeth if it had been for that. But it took a while for stuff to get there. They won't know. And to be honest, the slave owners weren't in a rush. Slavery was abolished and it hit, and then they were like, now let everybody know. And they're like, okay. And then people just kept forgetting to tell somebody. Like it went down like state to state. And people were like, oh, yeah, I guess we got to let them know. So a long time, people was out there just slaving it up. And they weren't supposed to be. Because nobody told them. We ain't had no kind of internet, no nothing for them to know. And so when it finally hit Texas, that was it. Texas was the last ones to find out. Texas was like, they weren't happy. I'm going to tell you that right now. The slave owners won't happy once it hit Texas. They're like, what you mean we got to let them go? They were not amused. I'm going to tell you that. They were not amused. So it's really just a Texas holiday, but I guess we've all picked it up now. So I was able to participate in some Juneteenth festivities, which was fun. To get out there and Juneteenth it up a little bit with the people. But we didn't know what to do. So we don't know how to celebrate it. When I went to a church that was having a Juneteenth celebration, they were celebrating Juneteenth, so that was kind of fun. And I don't know if the slaves wanted comedy. I don't know if that was the first thing I would have been thinking about. They'd be like, oh, we free now. Let's go see Red Fox. I don't know how that would have worked. I don't know if they would have been like, oh, freedom funny. You know, I don't know if that would have worked. You'd had a lot of relocation you had to deal with. Like, I think we kind of think slavery ended and then everybody had a house. Like, slavery ended and it was like, so what do we do now? Because no matter the atrocities of slavery and what we know about slavery, the reality is that was the only place they knew to live and stuff at that point in time. If we really sit back and think about it, like I think we have an idealistic view of what Juneteenth was. I think we think that they were like, y'all free. They're like, word, we free. And then everybody was like, well, where do we go? Because once you got free, you was immediately trespassing. Like if you think about it, you was a slave, you was in slavery when the horrific, the tragedy of slavery, you got free on Monday, and now you trespassing. Because you know the slave owners weren't cool with it. They're like, y'all free, but y'all can't stay here. I can imagine that some slave owners probably told them, y'all free, But y'all ain't got to leave. Y'all can still work right here on the farm. I wonder. I kind of wonder what happened at first when people found out they was free. Because you didn't. Where did you go? You didn't just have somewhere to go. And how did you start? Like if we would have literally think about it. If you've been living on this plantation for all this time, all right, you get off the plantation, you go. You couldn't just own land because you were still black. You didn't have education. The only skills you had were vocational skills. What about the people that were living in the house? They didn't even know how to go out and grow nothing. Morning Bree, morning La Shonda. You didn't even know how to go out and grow nothing. It had to have been while we celebrate Juneteenth, that had to have been probably one of the scariest times. It had to be one of the scariest times for slaves. Lakeisha said, free on Monday, an indentured sharecropper on Tuesday. I just moved. I took a lateral promotion. I had to go take a lateral promotion. I had to go back and ask for my old job back. Same wages, less beatings. That's all it really came down to. Same wages, less beatings. Just a different atrocity. Now I'm still not considered a human by the Constitution. I'm still not considered a human. I can't own land. I can't go to the stores. There was no there. If we think about it, there were no slave severance packages. It won't like that. Like use free. Here's $15. That would took you a long way back in the day because everything was a penny. So I think when we start doing the celebrating and all that kind of stuff, man, I still don't think we get a full picture of it. I think we sit and we look and we make up in our mind our own. We make up a slave experience based on what we've experienced, and I don't think that's fair. I don't think that grabs all that it is fully. Like when people talk about Harriet Tubman and the Underground Railroad, I think some people think she was on a train. I really think some people be like, yeah, Harriet Tubman just jumped on a train. They just went up. They ran. I don't like the drive. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. This is what I don't think people understand. I don't like the drive from here to New York. Harriet Tubman walked. Y'all understand what I'm telling y'all? Walked from here to New York. And people got mad at Harriet Tubman's husband because he didn't want to go. He was like, man, I'm good on that. I'm tight. It's tight on that. I'm a chill here. I'm gonna take my risk with abolitionists. With this got to end. But you good though. Hey, more power to you. He was so difficult about it. He was like, I'm finna tell Massa if you try to leave. I'm not even going. I ain't for that. You need to stay here. And she went anyway. And he remarried while she was gone. And people be like, see, that's what I'm talking about. Black men not defending black women. He didn't know she was coming back. It won't like she was texting him the whole time. Hey, just made it to Maryland, almost to Pennsylvania. Like it won't no text message. He didn't know what was going on. It would take a much longer period of time for her to make the trip all the way up to the north and back than a lot of people think. Most of y'all, because people have in their mind, I can drive to New York in a day. I think that's what they think Harriet is doing. I think they thought Harriet just picked some people up and they rolled out real quick. And she was back by the weekend. That ain't how it works. If it take you 8 hours to drive, and I'm talking about driving doing 60, and on paved roads, like that's a lot. You talking about walking through the swamps? If you take a brisk walk, if I walk briskly, I'm walking at 20. No. If I walk briskly, I'm talking about briskly, is a 20-minute mile. That's about 3 miles an hour. Walking briskly, I'm going to walk at 3 miles per hour. Three miles an hour. Lakeisha said it took my great-grandfather 6 weeks, a month and a half, to walk from Mississippi to Virginia. A month and a half. I'm going to tell y'all, if she had baby slaves, the baby slaves probably didn't walk, though. Baby slaves just was babying. But you had some older slaves, all that kind of stuff. You in the woods, you got the hike, you got to set up tents in some places. You didn't always have a bread and breakfast. It won't like she was making reservations nowhere. She started to get places where they had places where you could come and hide out for a day or sleep overnight. But it won't like she was able to go on Hotwire, have everything through. There won't no GPS. They just followed the North Star. Sometimes it had to get cloudy. On a cloudy night, you got nothing to follow. You got to wait. It done got stormy. It's gonna rain a few days, man. Y'all, I think we undervalue. I think we undervalue what's going on. And yes, Hotwire is still a thing. Lakeisha, I order from Hotwire all the time. Ain't no way I'm getting a hotel at regular slave prices. You don't know way I'm gonna get a hotel. And if I show up at a hotel, probably cost me what, 2 cents a night. But if they would have had Hotwire, I probably would have been able to get that thing down to 2 cents for my whole stay. You better get on Hotwire. I get all my listen. When I got to get my own hotel, Hotwire is where I'm going. Ain't no way I'm paying no regular hotel prices. There's just no way. Hotwire is my jam. I love getting in there and seeing how much less I pay for a hotel than somebody else. When I get in there and see somebody paying $250, $200 a night for a room, and I knew I paid $69.99, I just shake my head at them. I love it. Love it. Sometimes I wait to check in until I see somebody else checking in, so I can see how much theirs is gonna be. Love it. Love it. But they didn't have Hotwire for slaves. Harriet couldn't just stop. Harriet couldn't just stop at a. That dog is all in my yard. I'm almost glad my grass ain't cut. I hope his dog get lost in there. People just let their dogs walk anywhere. Look at this. This is what I'm talking about. He just feel like he gonna let his dog come right in here and poop. He got the dog on a leash in my yard. I would put him on blast, but I ain't gonna do it. If that dog poop in my yard, we're gonna have issues. I mean, you just letting the leash just leash him. Just letting the dog just be out there in the yard. Now he's sniffing around. My grass is soft. Look, there it is. There you go. He done took a squat right in my yard. He got a bag in his hand for poop, but that's not the point. He shouldn't be pooping in my yard. I didn't ask for this. Stay out my yard. I know my grass ain't cut, but that don't mean you to let your wild animal in there. It don't mean I don't care about the yard. But anyway, so big out to New Jerusalem Church in Virginia Beach. They had a Juneteenth situation out there. They had steel drummers. They had singers. They had about 20 vendors out there, because that's pretty much what happened after slavery was abolished. Everybody went and bought stuff. They bought T-shirts. So we went out there and definitely showed them what Juneteenth was all about. So that was this weekend. Then we had Father's Day, which is a day for fathers. Yesterday was super chill, super chill. Didn't do anything, but I went to the movies. I walked the Jordan Bridge yesterday. I did walk on the Jordan Bridge. He see me part. He see me looking at him. He see me seeing him. He just don't care. White people. I walked on the Jordan Bridge yesterday, and the dichotomy of that yesterday is what's crazy to me. Last night I saw that there was an incident where a woman jumped off of the Jordan Bridge. Last night I walked over the Jordan Bridge on purpose. Um, which is crazy, like that dichotomy. For me to just be walking it for exercise, just trying to get in shape. And I don't know. I don't do construction. I've never been an engineer. Yeah, I've never been an engineer. Um, but I do know Satan designed the Jordan Bridge. There's no other way to describe it. That bridge was designed by Beelzebub. It had to have been, because the bridge is straight uphill. That bridge is it. That bridge. Like if you ever walk the Jordan Bridge is simply a reminder of a lot of what goes on in life. It is a simple reminder of what's going on in life. It is a complete uphill struggle. And the hardest thing about it is you start walking that bridge, and probably right in the middle of that struggle, you want to stop. You want to be like, man, I want to turn around. I want to give up. I can't keep doing this. But if you want to be successful, you got to keep going. Even though it's super difficult right there in the middle, you got to find a way to keep on pushing. That's what life will give you sometimes. You'll start looking, and you'll look and you'll see it's nothing but uphill, and your mind just be like, we can't do this. And your body be like, man, we want to give up so bad. So bad. You be like, man, we want to give up. But if you ever can find a way to keep on pushing, keep on pushing. Keep on pushing. Because when we are in our struggles, when we are in our situations, we are in our Jordan Bridge moments of our life, and it seems like everything is uphill and there's no end to it. Man, you got to realize that sooner or later you're going to get to the top of that thing. Now, here's what's so crazy about it. A lot of times you get to the top of that thing and you start to feel like, oh, I made it to the top. Now it's easy. Not even the case. You get to the top and you still got to get your win together because you've been in this fight. You still gotta get your win together. And even though the next side going over it is a decline, man, listen, you got to be careful on your decline. Even when you start going down, you're gonna be like, hey man, I'm going too fast. My knees hurt. I gotta kind of break. You're still gonna get there, and you realize it's gonna get a lot easier. It's gonna get a lot easier for you. And so that's what ended up happening, man. I went over that bridge. On the other side, it got easier going down. Now, if this was Wednesday, I would talk about it being easier to go down. But that's a whole different subject. When we start talking about how easy it is to go down, that's a different topic. That's for Wednesdays. She got on the other side. So I went over the bridge, went down, walked all the way to the bottom, and they got a really, really delightful park down there. Chesapeake got some hidden jewels. It's a really delightful park down there in Chesapeake. I walked down there. They were setting up for their Juneteenth celebration down there. I actually was walking through. I seen a lady struggling to carry a table. I carried a table for her. I just was kind of walking through. I walked through there, so that was fun. I did like a 4-mile walk yesterday. I was trying to take it easy. Didn't want to do no weights or nothing like that. So I was like, let me just kind of keep up. I want to close my rings. That's what my life is now. This Apple Watch runs my life. I'm telling y'all right now, my life is run by this Apple Watch. If I don't close all my rings on my Apple Watch, I feel like I'm nobody in life. I got a streak going of 90-something days. And so now I'm scared not to keep the streak going. I gotta keep my ring. I gotta close my rings. I wake up every day thinking, how am I gonna close these rings today? This right here, that my Apple Watch runs my life. Now I was involved in a competition against somebody with my Apple ring. Listen, Lakeith, they can have all the data they want. Listen, sell my data. Data, whatever you say it, sell it. These rings run my life. Now, I was in a competition with somebody, and I think he cheated, so I haven't been in a competition with him again. If you know anything about this ring situation, you can set your goals for all of your rings. So I got a movement goal for how many calories that I burn every day in movement. Then I have a workout goal or exercise goal, which is how much exercise I do every day. And then the dumbest goal is the standing goal. They be like, you should be able to stand a certain number of hours. So my stand goal right now is just at 8, because it's a dumb goal. I'm like, let me just put that at 8 hours. I know I'm gonna stand up 12, 13 hours, but put it at 8. So my stand goal is at 8. My workout goal, my exercise goal is at 30 minutes of workout a day, 30 minutes a day. And my calorie goal is at 600 calories a day. Just Shannon, I had it at 10, I had it at 12. The stand goal is stupid. I had it at all of them. I brought it down to 8. I was like, this is a dumb goal. It's just dumb. Why can't steps be one of the goals or something else? It's a dumb goal. I don't even like that goal. It's a dumb goal. Anyway, nevertheless, always the more. I and my exercise at 30 and move is at 600. And I gotta have them every day. I got to have them every day. I got to have them every day. I don't worry about the stand-up goal. I'm a stand-up comic. That's what I do. Stand is in my job description. I ain't worried about that. But I got to hit them rings every day. Bam, bam, bam. I got to have them. I was in a competition with somebody, and the way you get points is you get a point for every percentage of your goal that you hit. So if you got the stand goal, once you get 100%, you get 100 points. If you got your workout goal 100%, you get 100 points. You can get up to 200 points for each goal, right? And this in particular person, I'm not going to call his name, but his name rhymes with hard L. We was involved in a competition, and he had his competition. He had his goals set lower than mine. He had his goals lower than mine. So he had his exercise goal set at 15 minutes. So when he did 30 minutes of workout, he got 200 points. If I did 30 minutes of workout, I only got 100 points. So he was killing me in the points. I had to do a whole hour compared to him, and it was racism. Even though Hard L is also black, I don't know how that would work as racism, but I stopped going against him because I don't like to lose. I don't like losing. So that was why I was walking on the bridge yesterday, and I ended up doing like 4 miles and 4.5, I think. It was a lot of miles. It was some mileage. It was some mileage. I got it in. So that was yesterday. Then I went to go see Bad Boys that night. Ran into Snoop and his amazing family. Big shout out to Snoop and his family. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, we gotta get these young people working. Either the young people or the crackheads. Somebody has got to go to work. And I know entrepreneurship is a lot bigger than it's ever been. Entrepreneurship, everybody is out there entrepreneuring, right? And I get it. I don't understand. I went to Peninsula Town Center yesterday, and they had 2 t-shirt shops in there, 2 custom t-shirt stores. And I was like, how many custom t-shirts are people wearing? I don't see where that's making a lot of money, but I'm sure whoever's working at a custom t-shirt shop quit their regular job, made t-shirts. So that's cool. A lot of people are doing entrepreneur stuff. People are out there selling the jewelry, the $5 jewelry. They selling the little earrings. Everybody's making their own earrings. We are getting so much closer to nothing but barter system where everybody just trade what they do. So we're getting close to that, but we're not there yet. So the movie theater ain't had nobody working. When I tell you wasn't nobody working yesterday, everybody. So went to the cinema cafe. If you're familiar with the Cinema Cafe experience, you sit down, you got the recliner seat, little waitress comes to you, hands you a menu. It's like, what would you like to order? And then they bring it back. Man, I was at the Cinema Cafe yesterday, and they were like, "No, cuz ain't nobody working." They were open and honest. They were like, "Man, ain't nobody here at work today. Nobody's working, so we ain't finna be able to do that today. You gonna have to order your food at the counter when you bring your ticket up. Whenever you get your ticket, they was like, you gonna have to do it." The dude, there won't nobody taking tickets. He was just like, we were like, do we turn the ticket in here? The guy in the front was just like, "Hey man, it don't even matter. As long as you know where you sitting." We got a whole crew of people. We just like just sit where we want to sit. Well, there was a reservation. You had to pay. Yeah, you know what your seat number is. That jank went from Delta Airlines to Southwest in no time. It became Southwest. They didn't check no tickets. They like, figure out what theater you in. You know what movie you watching. There's a sign out there. They listen. And so you had to go to the front register, order your food, and they were like, "We'll send you a text message when your food is ready." Then you had to go back and you had to sit down, wait for them to cook it. They send you a text message. Then you walk back to the window to come pick your food up. I can't make this stuff up. I can't make it up. Now, the only good thing they had, but it was also a bad thing, they got self-serve sodas. They had self-serve soda and self-serve popcorn. So let me say this now. It's not Cinema Cafe. I said Cinema Cafe. It's not a Cinema Cafe. I love Cinema Cafe. They will never treat me this way. I wanted to go to Cinema Cafe. I want to go to Cinema Cafe, and I usually go to Edenburg Cinema Cafe. I love the Edenburg Cinema Cafe. It's perfect. It's a perfect cafe. It's a perfect cinema cafe. I'm always treated nice. I've had one bad experience in there, and when I had a bad experience, they immediately gave me gift certificates to come back for free. This was a place called EVO in Hampton, because all the tickets were sold out. Every ticket was sold out at the cinema cafes. So apparently that's what everybody did for Father's Day. They took their daddy to the movies. So every ticket was sold out for the cinema cafe. So I was like, ooh, nobody ever goes to this EVO place. I'm gonna go there. And I see why. So it's self-serve popcorn, self-serve soda. If you want a soda refill, you got to get up and go get it. If you want a soda, you got to go get it. You want some more popcorn, you had to go get it. Self-serve. They're like, we ain't making this popcorn for y'all. We ain't gonna run back and forth. The level of do-it-yourself was ridiculous. So even though I was thirsty, I'm caught up in the movie. I didn't want to go back and get no more to drink. Snoo said I had to record so she could see what she missed. Yeah, because he had to. So because I got there about an hour early, I was able to order and get my food right as the opening credits was about to start. So I didn't miss any movie. I would have missed some. I was thirsty. Lord knows I was thirsty. The level of thirst that I had in my inner chest was so high, but I didn't want to miss into the movie to go get a refill. So I just sat there. I just was like, you know what? I'll just be thirsty. Then I got my food. My food wasn't even great. I got the chicken sandwich. Apparently, the secret ingredient in their chicken sandwich is salt. The fries too. It was bad. It was bad. Then it was some aunties that got there. They didn't have anybody checking tickets. They didn't have any of that. So somebody's auntie couldn't find their seat. They couldn't find their seat. It was just like, I'm telling y'all, it was just like being on Southwest. Them aunties was loud. They walked the what you say we on? You said we row C? Well, what seat we got? Well, Janice, that can't be C. You way at the top. No. Now they late. They doing this and they late. So they late. We missing Martin because we got to hear her figure out what seat. I think we in seats 8 and 9. 8 and 9. Count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Here goes 9. It's 9. These is 8 and 9 right here. Janice, you on the wrong row. Excuse me, baby. Let me get through here to 8 and 9. Let me get to 8 and 9. It was crazy. Then, again, because black people don't go to the movie late, putting credits at the beginning of the movie destroys the movie-going experience because people plan for the credits. And the movie started at 6:30, they'd be like, oh no, plus it's gonna be like 10, 15 minutes of credits. So we don't gotta be there till 6:45. So then they end up being late for 6:45. So somebody came in, they standing right up looking at this brother, yo, you in our seat. And I was like, ooh, this might be more drama than what happens in the movie, because it was still early in the movie. I was like, let me see how this develops. But he got up and moved, which led me to go watch Bad Boys 4. I'm not gonna do any spoilers. I'm not gonna give any spoilers because I'm sure there's some people who haven't seen it yet. It was a good movie. Was it great? No, but it was a good movie. I didn't feel like I wasted my time. Here's how I now judge movies. Was it worth me leaving my house? Was this movie worth me leaving my house? And yes, it meet that standard. Because we still got really good movies that come on Netflix, on Amazon. Got some really good Netflix originals. So I can watch good movies at home. You got to be better than those movies. Was it worth me leaving my house? As long as it was worth me leaving my house, I'm good. So I felt like it was worth me leaving my house. Bad Boys 4 was leave the house worthy. It was leave the house worthy. On the pantheon of the Bad Boys movies, though, wasn't the best Bad Boys movie. I still think the original Bad Boys was the best Bad Boys movie. And they keep trying to bring, what I do like about the Bad Boys franchise is that they still lean on a lot of stuff from the other movies. If something worked in the other movies, like they still gonna snick your snack, your snow snicky. They still gonna do that. You still gonna get the snicky, the snacky, those snicky. You're gonna get that. They gonna put that in every movie. They're gonna make sure, and it worked in the first movie, so they like, hey, we're gonna keep doing. You gotta learn the words. They're gonna keep doing that. They found a formula with that movie. They blow up a lot of stuff. They still got that camera angle where they get up off the. You still gonna get that. They all the elements of Bad Boys that you used to, they stick to it, even if they got different stuff. They threw enough new stuff in there for you to like that. Character development, they've developed characters. You always gonna have that car ride. So they've done it different ways each time. So I was, they give you that. So it was a very good film. If they finish that lyric, we can end the franchise. So it was a lot of little things. Listen, you gotta go watch Reggie. You gotta go watch Reggie. Yep, they kept John Sally in the film. There's a lot of little Easter eggs. There was some surprises in there. One of the parts of the movie that I thought they thought was gonna kill, that didn't kill. They didn't kill. Like, you ever set up something? Like, Mert, you a band director. I know you always be like, yo, we gonna play this song, it's gonna kill the crowd. Snoop, you a defensive coordinator, you be like, I'm gonna run this blitz and it's gonna get a sack. And you run it or you play that song and it don't work out the way that you thought it was. And you tried it, but it ain't really work. All I can say is tried it, but it ain't really work. That's all I'm gonna give you that. Listen, Will Smith, and here's what's so funny. Now, so everybody should know this by now. Martin has a new wife in this film. It's Tasha, whatever Tasha's name is, really loud. Tasha Smith, I think. Will Smith don't care about changing wives in his stuff. You change wives in Fresh Prince, change wise in this, and we move on. Tasha Smith, yeah. Tasha Smith, who normally I hate her character in anything she's in. I hate Tasha Smith's character because she's always loud, boisterous, and ghetto. I hate Tasha Kit Smith. I didn't care for Tiffany Haddish's part. I'm just be honest. I didn't care for Tiffany. I want Tiffany Haddish to grow. As a comedian, as a person, I want Tiffany Haddish to grow. Tiffany Haddish. We'll talk about it, Davon. Tiffany Haddish, I think, has gotten herself into a position where she's ultra tight cast, and I want more for her. Like, I really want more for Tiffany Haddish. I want more for Tiffany Haddish. Like, and that's all I'll say. I want more for her as a person. Like, outside this, and she getting her coins, she getting her checks. I'm all for that. I want more for Tiffany Haddish. I think she can do more. I think she's capable of more. But she's the same thing and everything. I need her to be a little bit more. I want her to be more. Here's the thing about Girls Trip 2. If she gets in Girls Trip 2, all she's gonna do is double down on the same character that they always make her. There's only one that you can't. There is no diversity to Tiffany Haddish's acting. There's nothing. There's no. She is getting roles. She's getting characters, but listen. There's like, just like there is nothing. There is nothing you can do. Tyler Perry is Madea. I don't care what you put him in. You can put Tyler Perry in Bad Boys 5, and he can play Will Smith, and he would still be Madea. They tried to make Tyler Perry that detective, what was it, Alex Cross, and all you was doing the whole film was like, when you gonna put your wig on? When you gonna put the dress on? Tyler Perry can't be anything but Madea. Tiffany Haddish can't play but one role. That's it. There ain't a second role for Tiffany Haddish. I give Kevin Hart. People hate on Kevin Hart to the utmost, but I give Kevin Hart credit. Kevin Hart always tries to expand himself. A lot of his roles are the same. We're not gonna do this. This is what's gonna happen. This ain't gonna happen. Hey, right here. Hey, listen, I'm Kevin Hart. This is what I do. I talk fast, move, bam, bam, boom, in your face, explosions. Ha! That's gonna be Kevin Hart most of the time. But every now and again, he'll try to come to a different role, and I give him credit for that. He tried to do this action film, where he was on the plane. I give him credit for that. He's done the serious one where he was the caretaker for the guy. So he did the Parenthood one. Big ups to Kev for trying to expand who he is. Eddie Murphy, same thing. Eddie Murphy does the same thing. Eddie Murphy moves and he tries to do different roles. If you haven't seen him as Mr. Church, oh man, Eddie Murphy as Mr. Church, phenomenal. Phenomenal. It's a great film. You gotta watch it. Gotta watch it. But Tiffany Haddish, no redeeming qualities. No redeeming qualities. There's nothing redeeming about Tiffany Haddish. I can't. Even her stand-up ain't been stand-upping. Even Tiffany stand-up, you be like, oh, okay. Just like now, even though Monique played an amazing role in the Chicken movie and Precious, now all you expect her to do is complain and hate Oprah. That's it. You done pigeonhole yourself into that spot. So I don't know. But I don't know. And it's hard for me, like, I look at it, now this is just me being in my honesty moment. Like, you look at some of these people, man, and you got to realize, you be like, man, shoot. Is there a place when you on the outside looking in, when you on the cusp of making it into those kinds of places, you start wondering, is there a place for me? Like, I often wonder, like, I don't cuss, I don't do the explicit sexual material, I don't do any of those things. So there's often a time where I wonder, is my window of opportunity in Hollywood at least limited because there isn't really a role for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I say to myself, and this is just me speaking, just being candid. It's not a diss, it's no hardcore or nothing, right? I say to myself, I say self, and then I be like, huh? And I know it's me because I recognize my voice. Would I have been able to have been casted in Martin Lawrence's part? Do I feel like I could have performed all the comedic stuff that he did? Yes. Do I feel like I could have done everything he did? Yes. But I wouldn't have cussed. I wouldn't have been overly sexual, right? Does that stop me from being where I need to be? Now, here's what I've realized. When I do shows with cats that cuss and are overly sexual, you never notice. People always be like, man, oh man, you didn't even cuss, until after I'm done. People will be like, oh man, you didn't cuss, you didn't use the overt sexual references. I'll hit you with a double entendre. Now, I'll even say testicles on stage. I'll even say balls. I've been known to say balls on the stage. And I'm not saying I wanted Martin's job, Lakeisha. When I say that, I'm not trying to say I wanted to be in there, but I'm just saying, is there a Bad Boys for me? Can I get into those roles because of what I do, or would I be forced to change for Hollywood? If I were to change for Hollywood, would that take away my core audience? As somebody who you've known for over a decade as a clean comedian, if I came out and I was just like F this and suck that and lick this, would my core audience be like, oh my God? And would I lose my core audience? Or would it so this is the thing that I deal with, and this has nothing to do with anything. This was just on a random thoughts. Would it be worth me getting a whole new audience and leaving the audience base that got me to where I got to? Because I'm pretty sure I would lose a lot of my core audience, but I could gain a whole new one. Would it be worth it to lose everybody up? Be like, yeah, man, forget y'all, man. I got a whole new audience that I'm on now. I watched some magazine did top 20 or 25 funniest comedians on the internet right now. And as a comedian, I looked at it and I was like, yo, who are these people? It was like 3 people on there that I thought deserved to be on the list. Like, I don't understand, and I'm older now. I don't understand the popularity of some of these guys. Like Drew Ski, like people love, like he is the epitome. Like people love him. He's in everything. I don't be getting it. Every now and again he'll drop something that I'll chuckle, but I don't get it. I really gotta refine my palate as far as comedy is concerned. I gotta realize that this is the social media thing and it's all about doing something dumb. I got a belly. If I were to get on Instagram right now and TikTok and just put my belly on Instagram and TikTok right now, I would be killing it. I would be killing it. All I gotta do is get on Instagram, man, and just show my stomach every day. I'd be up to followers. If I just throw like a smiley face around my belly button, like if I made each one of I'm like, right now, there's no difference between my stomach and a GPS. If I put my stomach up in a GPS, got the same lines, markings, street signs, all of that, same thing. Until Lisa said, please don't. I'm just telling y'all that's what would happen. And my followers would go through the roof. Be like, man, people following, doing all that. I don't know. But I would lose my core audience and I would lose who I was as an artist. I think that's what it is. I think you will never see an opera singer decide to sing hip hop just so they can make it. They'll be like, I'm just gonna do Pavarotti. Pavarotti will never be featured on a Glorilla track. Just because he'll end up with a bigger audience. I just got to get my audience to change. That's what I got to do. I got to get them to get better. It's y'all. It's y'all fault. It's all right. Once I make my first $20 million movie, now I'm not saying I'm not gonna make it. I'm telling y'all now, I'm gonna have at least one movie that I make that's gonna be a $20 million movie. I'm talking about my payday. It's gonna be at least 20 million. I've had that goal, that focus has been there. The two things that I've really focused on is my $20 million movie and me opening my own comedy club. Those are the two life goals that I have. So those two gonna happen. Do I ever feel like I want to step outside of my lane? What I do, there are times that I do. There are a lot of little things that I see that I would love to do. Most of them are in my lane. The only other thing that if I couldn't do this, what I do now as far as the comedy, the only other thing I would do, the only other way I would change my track is if I was on a professional coaching track. Professional football coaching track is the only other thing that I would change. That's the only time I would be outside of what I do. Now I see other cats do stuff, and I'd be like, I could do that too. Like I'd be like, I can do that too. If I really wanted to do it, I'd be really good at it. Like I've seen now people doing parodies, right? The songs and writing their own songs or whatever. We're doing that Weird Al lane, and I did it. Like listen, when I had the Bacon songs, killed it. The Thanksgiving Carol killed it. Like, but I'm like, I ain't got to do that no more. Been done all that kind of stuff. Did live concerts with the music, all of that. Like I've done it. So that would be the other only lane that I would go into. I'd be probably the greatest musical artist of all time. I'd be Prince. I'd be out here butt out. I'd be out here in the chapless jeans. I don't know what's happening. My neighborhood is being invaded. First it was the dogs in my yard. Now I'm being invaded by people in vests. I don't know what's happening. I'm about to go out there and check that out. I loved when I was doing the music parodies. I listen, when I did the music parodies, I loved it. But at my very core, I want to do stand-up. At my very core, I'm a stand-up comic. That's why I am to the core of me, to my very essence. I want to get on that stage and I want to tell these jokes. I love acting. Acting is amazing. I really enjoy acting. But my essence, stand-up comic. Acting would be the second part of it. I would act, but at the very core of me, stand-up comic. That's me at my core. I've done stage plays, and this is no lie. On that stage, I'm a monster on that stage. In stage plays, monster. No matter what kind of role you put me in, monster on that stage. But at the very core of me, I'm a stand-up comic. So anything else I do, I'm cheating. My core is gonna be stand-up. That's the wife. I'm cheating with everything else. I'm cheating with everything else, and I'm sure I enjoy the cheat. I don't think anybody doesn't enjoy being with their side chick. See, and some of that stuff I don't even remember, and so I love it. At the core of me, stand up. Thank you, Niambi. Miss Pendergrass, if you're nasty. All right, I'm getting ready to get out of here, man. It is Monday. It's another magnificent Monday. I'm in the car, so I don't have the word of the day. I'm in the car, so I don't have the word of the day, but I'm still giving y'all like an hour show. I'm trying to figure out what these people is out here doing. Look like I'm being invaded. It's crazy. It's crazy what's happening out here. So I gotta look, see what that is. It's like 5 trucks out here. Yeah, just let me cheat in peace, Lakeisha. Let me cheat in peace. No, be public with my cheating. Whenever I start cheating on comedy, y'all show up to see it. Y'all see me in a stage play or anything else, y'all show up and y'all be like, oh, okay, yeah, we coming to see him cheat on comedy. Now, whenever I get married, don't watch then. Make sure y'all ain't looking when I cheat then. But when I cheat on comedy, yes. But man, everybody have a magnificent Monday. Y'all know how it is about Mondays. We take this Monday, man, and we make that magnificent so that the rest of the week knows that it's not gonna be able to hold us down. We walking the Jordan Bridge of life, and we going uphill, and we happy. We singing, we playing music, we doing a good job because we know that we gonna hit our stride and keep it moving. What's going on, Keith? So everybody have a fantastic day. Hey, man, remember to make somebody feel good today, even if that somebody just happens to be you. God willing, and if the creek don't rise, I'll be back here again on Tuesday. I don't even know what that is. Tomorrow. We'll try this all over again. Love y'all, man. I'm out. Peace.
Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you got Play This Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Play This Cassidy Show. Funny Man, coming to you and making you laugh again. Started